Hello, welcome back to another Stonksy video. So today we're going to be covering two altcoins that have caught my eye so far this week, and we are currently on Thursday the 23rd of January. So the first one is going to be WIF, which is one of the memes that we look at regularly on stream every single day. Now WIF has come into a key daily zone really, as you can see all the way back to June. It's a place where on the daily time frame it's come into it, consolidated for a while, but always found demand. Obviously we had this drop below on August 5th, but then quickly recovered. And yeah, this zone in general has been a point where the price has found strong demand and then rallied from. So obviously we came into it earlier this month and then rallied, and then yet again obviously this week as well. Now we did get a good trade on this earlier this week on stream too, which I'll show you shortly. But yeah, this is WIF. Now another one, well the second one that we're going to be looking at is one of the normal altcoins that we look at on stream a lot, and it is JASMY as well. So JASMY is also coming into a key zone. As you can see, if we just zoom out a little bit, this is on the daily time frame. This zone I've highlighted here acted as resistance quite often, then flipped to support, and then yeah, ever since pretty much nearly getting on a year ago now, has acted as key SR on the high time frame. And yeah, JASMY did get a big rally up throughout November and December, but has bled down quite significantly back into this level. And as you can see, this is a drawing from one of the streams this week. But yeah, JASMY is coming into this level. And if we head over to BLOFIN, where I do all my trading, as you can see this morning, I have opened some low leverage 3x on both of them, longs with the streaming account. Now, if we just have a quick look at this streaming account, we've had some pretty successful trades this week. $1,000 is what is active in the streaming account, and we managed to up that by 15% so far this week in one day. So if we go back a bit, the first one, we had Hype. So this is going back to the 21st. So this was all done on Tuesday. Hype, which closed at plus 36 USDT, 20% of the margin in the trade. Then we had SPX, this got taken as a long as well, plus 15.88 USDT, plus 15.33% from the margin that we had in the trade. WIF closed out at 31 USDT, plus 24%. Popcat done really well, that was a strong mover. That got plus 60 USDT for nearly 40%. And then the last one was Trump. We got a big push up on Trump, and then yeah, that was plus 51 USDT for 23% of the margin in that trade. So yeah, as you can see, Tuesday was a very successful day on the streaming account, taking it up 15% in just one day. But yeah, these are the two positions I've opened this morning. Slightly down on them, but obviously with it being low leverage and low margin, we've still got over $700 to play with. I can monitor these and add to them if I want to. But yeah, if we go back to the chart, as you can see, JASMY, if we look at it on the weekly chart as well, we can see, you know, this range here has been key for it. But in terms of SR, yeah, we want to see a bounce from here for sure. Otherwise, if it re-enters this range, then that opens obviously the possibility to price action in between the previous two levels. But what we want to see is obviously a reaction if it does come a bit deeper into there. And yeah, demand come in and bounce. Now if we go and look at, let's first cover, well, I suppose we could cover JASMY while we're on it. So obviously I've took them longs based on, you know, pretty simple TA. But where does Stonksy come into it? Well, if we pull up Stonksy on here, we have been catching the drop down on JASMY all the way down pretty much since it's been bleeding. And as you can see, one drop caught down, then closed, and then another red background on the hourly opened earlier today. And yeah, it's caught the little bleed down that we've had so far on this day. So what I want to see is I want to see some strength in the price. I want to see obviously it find a place where demand is coming in. But then also I want to see some strength in terms of what is Stonksy indicating now. Obviously on the 1 hour, we would love that to flip green and be an indication, okay, yeah, maybe we're going to see a significant bounce here. So that's going to be something I'm going to be monitoring, paired with, you know, a potential bullish arrow. And we'll have a look at the lower time frames as well, you know, to see if it does indeed flip green. And that goes the same for WIF. So if we go over to WIF here, I'm going to be looking, yeah, for some for some strength, particularly on the 1 hour. I would like to see it. As you can see here again, we've caught a drop down from all the way up there into daily demand. So yeah, I do want to see some strength in the price, which might start with a small time frame, say the 5 minute, 10 minute, but then obviously roll over, and eventually hopefully the hour will turn green, which then will give me some confidence to keep the trades open and not treat it as potentially a day trade, or maybe close it out by the end of this week. So they're the two altcoins that have caught my eye. One obviously is WIF, being one of the biggest memes, and then JASMY as well. Both coming into key levels, so we'll see the reaction so far, and potentially, yeah, I'll go along and add some more to these trades. Like I said, there's not really much margin in them, and they are on low leverage as well, which is always sensible, particularly around memes, because they can be very volatile. So yeah, we'll carry on monitoring this, and then yeah, the update will obviously unfold as today and potentially tomorrow, over the weekend and Monday, depending on what sort of price action we get across the market, and we'll have a look to see if we can make a successful trade out of these two. Okay, so now it is the day after, so it is Friday the 24th, and as you can see here, this is JASMY on the daily chart. We are starting to get a nice formation on the daily. We obviously had good absorption yesterday as we came into this zone that we was monitoring, and you can see the buying pressure on the last few daily candles as well, with these long lower wicks on the candles. And as you can see today as well, it came down, the selling pressure got absorbed, and it looks like it might be rounding off on the daily and potentially get a push to the upside. Now on the 1 hour chart, we did, as we was looking at yesterday, get some chopping around with Stonksy. We did come into the green, but it looks like this candle might potentially be closing with a no trade zone as well, but it is yet to break out of this sort of drawdown that we've had to give an indication that momentum is back to the upside. Now if we go over and look at WIF, where WIF is at, WIF is looking pretty much the same. However, we still are green on the 1 hour Stonksy, and yes, but we are still, as you can see, very much within this consolidation range that we've been in since we come down into daily demand. However, obviously in a nice upside profit on the WIF 1 hour chart regarding the Stonksy indication. Now if we go over to BLOFIN and have a look how the trades are looking, we do have nearly 16% on JASMY, 27.5 USDT. Oh, sorry, just under $11 on the WIF long, just under 6%. And as you can see here, Pepe. So I opened this morning just before I started filming this other part of the video. Now, why have I opened it on Pepe? Well, again, it looks like one, obviously it's gone green on the Stonksy 1 hour. But if we go to the daily chart again, it's looking like potentially we might see a reversal. Now, what we want to see is sort of a reclaim of this sort of range on Pepe. Sort of, yeah, obviously it's come down, it's lost where it's found support, over the past month or two. Obviously here, and then obviously flipped it to resistance. Now this is sort of what I would consider, getting in early. I mean, the confirmation would be more so, reclaiming there, and obviously then flipping that back to support to give upside. However, with the way that the market's looking, with the news that we've had on Bitcoin this week, and yeah, just as the market's looking, memes look like they might be hotting up again. I've put a stop loss on this one. So if we go to the Pepe chart, as you can see, let's pull it up. So yeah, I've got a stop loss below, obviously here. I think it's at 14.2, 14.2, yeah, about around there. So yeah, taking this as well. Now if we go to the 1 hour chart, we are also in the green on Stonksy with that as well. So yeah, I'm trying to pretty much just front run the reclaim of this key SR level here, and we'll see how it goes, yeah. So we'll continue monitoring these trades and see how they play out over the course of today, and potentially, yeah, if the market still looks good into the weekend, and manage them there throughout. Okay, so as we can see now, JASMY has got a real good push up later today, so this is still the same day on Friday the 24th. As you can see, we went all the way up to nearly 3 cents. Now what I did, I was on stream at the time it was pumping up, and I did close the position out. So if we go, as you can see, there's just 2 open positions left. As we can see, I did close out the JASMY trade at 29089, and that returned me just under 65 USDT for an overall increase of 36.94% on my margin that I had in my trade. So yeah, that's a nice profit. On the overall account, that accounts for nearly 6.5% of the account. So the account's $1,000. So yeah, I've upped the account value nearly 6.5% there on one trade that I had open for a total of just over 24 hours, around about 36 hours it has been on that. But then also, I've obviously still got the WIF one on, that's up 6.33%, or just dropped below on the margin. And the Pepe one that I opened a few hours ago is up 5 USDT for 5%. Now, as you can see, obviously these aren't massive numbers, but we are just dealing with a $1,000 account, and I'm not using much margin on each trade. So you can do the conversion, you know, if you was to say follow that JASMY one and you were obviously using more margin in the trade. I think the margin on that trade was around 180 USDT or close to 200. But yeah, in the end, obviously it was a fantastic trade in terms of percentages. So, you know, if you were following that trade, you will be able to, you know, do the conversion for how much you typically trade with and how much you would have got back. And remember, it is only on 3x leverage, so really sensible leverage. And I am going to leave the WIF one open, and I'll probably leave the Pepe one open as well, actually. But yeah, I just thought I'd come on, obviously do the last bit of the video and show you that I've closed out the JASMY one. And if I was to close out them two as well, you know, that would get me probably just shy of $15. So I would be up to around about $80 in total if I was to close these two out now, which would push me closer around the 8% mark of the total account in one day. So yeah, that's superb return. So, you know, if you're trading with a $10,000 account, then that would be $800, and then, you know, so on and so on for whatever value you have in your account. So yeah, that would be, you know, fantastic work. You know, we're slowly growing this account. And yeah, that's that. So if you are looking to take any trades like this, make sure you do sign up for the link in the description to BLOFIN. It's non-KYC and the best exchange to use for doing your spot and obviously leverage trading. But we'll just show you obviously Stonksy as well. So Stonksy caught the move on JASMY on the 15 minutes. So yeah, that's absolutely fantastic performance. And we did get the bullish confirmation as well on Stonksy up here as well, right before we got the move up. So yeah, superb result by Stonksy there in getting me that win today. And yeah, so that's the end of this video. Hopefully you liked it. Do make sure you drop a like, drop a subscribe on the channel, and yeah, it'd be great to see you over in the Stonksy Discord. I did call these trades for WIF and JASMY in the Stonksy Discord when I placed them, so that would have been around 9:30 on Thursday. So right before, or as I opened them, I said in the Discord, JASMY and WIF are looking good, and yes, some of the users followed up me on, so they've earned back their monthly sub, or, you know, potentially annual sub, depending on how much they're trading with from them calls. So yeah, it's a great place to be, and hopefully I'll see some of you over there. Do let me know in the comment section if you've joined Stonksy. It'd be great to know. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.